Hello everybody, my name is Cul Blu and I'm bringing you guys random podcast number 84, not 83. I didn't change that number. Whoops. And I'm actually joined here with a friend who I haven't casted with in freaking forever. Would you like to say hello to all the beautiful people out there, Trademark?
Hello everybody, TradeMarkdKill here.
Trademarkle?
TradeMarkle?
Yeah, Trademarkle.
Markle?
Yeah,
TradeMarkDkill. What did I say? Today's just been a weird day, alright? I've been sitting here for like about an hour and a half. Thanks to you, Cul Blu.
We shall not talk about that. We shall not talk about things that went bad for today because we're in an ability draft cast. And Trade, what are you expecting to see? Because I see Lycan, and I know you love Lycan.
Oh god, we just got done with the conversation about Lycan before. Lycan's my favorite hero. I'm at 98 games with him. I play him pretty much at least once a day, depending on if I'm with my team or not. But honestly, we have a lot of really awesome stuff we can see here. I mean, we have a Pudge, so it's gonna be the first one to get the Pudge hook. That's for some reason a lot taken, at least in my experience, it's taken first. But a Venomancer.
I mean, look, all I gotta say is there was one game we faced a Medusa who had a Lycan ult, and it was like, oh, Medusa's about to die, and she pops ult, gets like 500 HP and runs away. It's like, ah. But it's also been my experience that anybody who gets fleshy becomes the tank, so quote unquote, because you can match that with a bunch of
oh. This can be good.
Also,
this can be really good for Lycan.
Oh, with the coup de grace, but he won't have his ult to help him out and give him the extra steroid. But if he does get Feral Impulse, then he can do a lot of damage. If he gets Strife, oh my gosh, we talked about this as well. If Lycan gets Strife.
Oh, that could be really, really unique.
Strife plus coup de grace plus range person. We were doing some theory crafting beforehand because we did a few matches, and you can do cleave on range people. That works. We did a cleave gyro. That was fun. But coup de grace plus Strife.
And there's a skeleton walk on the CK currently, and there's actually, if this Witch Doctor goes full Witch Doctor, on oh, this could be really interesting.
Oh, you mean Dazzle?
Yeah, sorry, Dazzle. Sorry.
Oh, wait,
they confuse me.
What they could do with Dazzle, they could go for like a carry Dazzle, or like, okay, it looks like he's going for support because he picked up that Surge. But a carry Dazzle, you want to have maximum Shallow Grave and just everything else right click because his Dazzle's attack animation is actually really nice. And oh my gosh, coup de grace mana burn.
Yeah, that's gonna be and Phantasm pickup for. This is gonna be the weirdest game, all right. And there is the Mana Void on CK.
But see, my only concern about Lycan though is like, how is he gonna be able to close that gap? Because as you know, because you play Lycan a lot, he has trouble closing gaps unless he pops his ult.
He has 305 base move speed with with base normal boots that's 355, and basically the ulti from Lycan is amazing because you can basically instantly close that gap between you and your prey. Right. And without that, yes, he has the crit, he has the mana break, but he has no way to close that gap. And now we see Blur on him, which is good for the invasion. We could see Raid Boss Lycan, which would be amazing, just basically with that Blur. But again, there's no way to close that gap. Without being able to close that gap, you can't really do too much.
Right, and I don't want you to talk about too much, but keep in mind that I'm going to ask you about Raid Boss Lycan while we're waiting for things to become more hectic than they already are. But for now, we see the abilities going on people, and like, who looks the scariest? Take Lycan out of the picture, because I know you're a fan of Lycan, so except for Lycan, who looks the scariest on the map? As far as their ability, synergy, and combinations.
See, I would say, I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but I would say AM.
Yeah, Anti-Mage, because the Blink plus the Arcane Aura is gonna hurt.
Yeah, and the Toss.
But does he have the mana for it?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Plus, is Arcane Orb gonna make him any sort of range? Or is it just going to add the damage? That's the only...
It will make him range. If you mainly cast a ranged ability on a melee person, then it gives you range attack. But he doesn't have Essence Aura, so he's really going to need to be next to Pudge when he goes for damage. And with Blink, I mean, Pudge, I don't know how Pudge's going to keep up.
Pudge is also looking like he's going to be very interesting. Because the meat hook... And then he has the Stifling Dagger to maybe make the hook easier with the slow. I'm guessing that would be what they were looking for if it's kind of a medium-ranged hook.
And to be honest, the synergy for the Pudge is excellent because Arcane Aura I think it's no, it's not Arcane Aura. Essence Aura. It regens mana if you cast a spell, and Stifling Dagger costs like 15 mana max level. So he's gonna be able to have infinite mana for hooks, theoretically.
Indeed, and it does look like, yeah, he basically went. Sorry, the Dazzle. I should get into that, but he went for a decent mix. He has the Astral Imprison and the Poison Nova, so he's gonna be almost a utility, but he has a very good kind of support setup here with the first two abilities.
All right, no, I don't know if you know you can do this, but if you hit the button to see the stats.
Yep, and you can see all the abilities. Yeah.
Right, you can see all the abilities, and like synergy wise. Oh, I talked about the Pudge already. So, taking out the Pudge from the thing, what other synergy that looks great do you see? Because I see Dark Seer crit, but he has no range.
Chaos Knight is actually kind of surprising me right now because he's a strength hero with 2.1. Oh, sorry, that's the agility. For some reason, my mouse. 2.9 strength per level, plus Flesh Heap, plus Mana Void, and he has the invisibility and the slow. So he has no. He's a very weird hero because he has a somewhat almost mediocre attack speed in a sense. That's why you want the Wisp with him usually. You want the Wisp CK combo. Right. But right now he's gonna have a very good ability. Basically just hey, surprise, I'm here. Go with the Skeleton Womp and the slow. So it's actually very interesting. Someone has Lycan Wolves actually.
Yeah, Lycan. I think Lycan picked up Lycan Wolves. That was one of the last abilities that he picked up, and like the only other thing I can see that might surprise us this game is the Venomancer. We saw him pick up the Lycan ult. He has Howl, and he also has some nice stuns. And Veno should theoretically have the mana pool to deal with that, but I still think he needs to build some more regen because you pop one Venomous Gale at level 1 on Veno, and you're out of mana. So he'll probably have enough mana for one Avalanche and maybe a Chaos Pull if he's lucky.
I know we don't want to. You don't want me to sit on this, but this is amazing. Although the creep camps he's going for is a little weird.
Top. Oh, sorry, bottom. We got Clinkz taking a whole bunch of damage, almost going down. PA pulled him in. Nice little Venomancer stun to follow up. Sadly, not enough damage to actually kill him. And Veno doesn't have any damage right now. But you're talking about the Lycan?
He's going jungle Lycan with the wolves, which is great because level 2 he's going to put his first point into Blur, which will give him a lot more survivability in jungle. The thing about him is he has no natural lifesteal like Legion Commander, like Lifestealer, so he has to micro perfectly, and he's doing it really well here with the tanking and. Oh, well, sorry, First Blood.
Yep, First Blood did go down on bottom. Actually, Tiny taking a whole bunch of damage. He goes down. I don't know. Oh, he went down up top. I want to say.
Yeah, he went down in the jungle. That's where it sent me.
Oh yeah, he was killed by neutral. So we got a jungle Tiny. He has Ion Shells, so that makes sense, and he has Craggy Exterior, which should theoretically make him a little bit more survivable. And it gives Tiny armor, which Tiny doesn't have, which is why that's abilities on. Tiny has like 0 armor.
Ooh, and I was just proved wrong. Lycan went level 2 Mana Break instead of Evasion for easy jungling.
It's silly. This is a silly game mode. That's all I gotta say, guys. Everything is just silly.
I kind of want to see Phantasm on Phantom Assassin here. It's gonna be really interesting.
Phantasm untouchable because your illusions they do get the untouchable buff. Actually, hold on. In the middle, we see Dazzle a little bit trouble. Gets hit with the Stifling Dagger. Toss from Anti-Mage to Pudge. I'm sorry, we got a Surge coming out from Dazzle, able to juke it just well enough. But man, I think if Anti-Mage would have saved that toss for after Dazzle Surge, they might have been able to kill him because Dazzle's already dead.
Yeah, Dazzle mid is, again, we can't really say not meta because this entire game mode is not meta. But it is very interesting to see him, but I guess it's their really only choice with their build, although Venom might have been able to do something mid, but...
I mean, yeah, Venomancer has all the CC, but he won't be able to survive versus the Pudge because it's just one hook, plus a Stifling Dagger, he won't be able to run away. And also, keep in mind the Essence Aura, like I said before, plus Stifling Dagger should be infinite mana for Pudge once the Essence Aura actually freaking procs.
Now, will it proc multiple times for each instance of damage Dismember does? Or each per second damage? Or is it just on the...
Only when you cast it.
Okay.
And now we got CK up top taking a little bit of damage. He's fine though. He got tossed around.
Oh, but will he be able to...
He's going to go to Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage does get hit with a little bit of damage.
He has his Q though. He can pop his Q.
Yes, he can. He's gonna go for the kill instead. Right clicks, and he'll stay the Q for running away. Darkseer doesn't really have anything impressive. He has Strife plus crit, plus the Venomancer slow, but he's melee, so and yeah.
This is a very bad build for him because he doesn't have attack speed, but he has Strife and things that rely on attack speed and multiple attacks, which is a little weird. But the poisonous thing's kind of nice.
Bottom. We got a lot of damage coming towards Clinkz. PAs actually might be going down. She has untouchable, so Anti-Mage can't get the right click on top of her, so she will survive. And yet, like going to your point, it's like Darkseer is not the best person to have this kit. And to be fair, he did pick his stuff or to the best of his abilities. Like other things he might have wanted got taken up. But still, like you kind of have to build your hero around what the base hero is good at. Like Darkseer has a nice mana pool, so he needs to get those big nukes in my opinion. And Anti-Mage needs to get what Darkseer has.
It's going to be interesting to see him get grow, though. I want to know if the model's actually going to grow, or is it just going to be an animation for it and he's not going to grow. It's going to be interesting.
Or maybe he just turns into Tiny. Because that's what Undying ulti does. That's what Undying's ulti does. Like if you have Undying's ulti, it turns you into a Flesh Heap Golem. If you have Lycan ulti, it turns you into a Lycan Wolf.
Yeah. But it does that the same with if you steal it as Rubik. So and jungle here.
Oh man, Anti-Mage get his mana burned. The irony.
If he gets the block, if he can get the wolf block, no blink away. Or,
So, any interesting things you see around the map before mid Pudge gets his ulti off, he will be able to go for the kill on top of Dazzle. Dazzle does throw out the Shallow Grave, so never mind, I take it back. No kills. Yeah, anything interesting?
Basically, I'm just happy to see warding in this type of map, because it makes the whole experience a little bit more enjoyable and easier, and actually kind of helps you practice for a more serious game mode. I like the top ward, because you get to see any ganks coming from river here, but you don't. You could also do that with the other ward, the river ward at ruin, and the standard bottom ward at ruin here.
Right,
but
to be honest, I think that ward is more so out of the fact that we want to know where Pudge is, because Pudge has an excellent kit to gank. Like he has the Stifling Dagger for slow, like you said before, and he also has. Oh man, we got Toss coming off the top of Dazzle. Dazzle has no mana for anything. Gets hit with the Stifling Dagger. Pudge no mana for hook.
Until that weird proc of Essence Aura, but he was way too far away, no vision. I would like to see a
okay, hold
on the Radiant high ground at mid for that Pudge, but you have to be very can just get seen.
Alright, I just had a ton of bugs, and you went like robot form, and everything slowed down. I think my internet's doing bad things.
Everything.
Yeah, my internet's doing bad things, guys.
Is everything back right now for a moment?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Oh, as I was saying, I was just finish off the statement. I'd like to see a mid ruin on the high ground, just so Pudge can see it, but
so he can actually know where land is hooked. Actually, we got a gank happening in mid. Clinkz is invisible with the Invis rune. Gets hit with a mana burn from Lycan. This is so funny to see Lycan with mana burn. And he has blur. Which, the new blur, it makes you blurry when there's an invis person around you now.
That's interesting. But, oh, nope, the blink out. And they can get the kill on... Oh, good, they got it. And are they going to be able to say if Dazzle's going to get out alive? So.
Yep, but CK does die up top. CK dies to the Darkseer, or to the Tiny, to the, like I said, she's probably going to turn into a Tiny.
Bottom tower.
Oh, actually, no, hold on, that is Tiny. Right.
Oh,
but Darkseer does have grow. He does have grow. He's just dead right now. So we'll see how that pans out once he comes back alive. He'll be back alive in 2 seconds. And
Radiant's
oh my god!
Is under attack.
Just got bigger.
Yeah, he's almost the size of Pudge. That's a very weird Darkseer.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
But Coup de Grace Lycan, he has a Vlad, so he can't. Oh my gosh, so much free. But he could go for Roshan if he wanted to.
Yeah, he does have everything necessary. He has the wolves, and as long as he macros the wolves, it's going to be good. But he also, don't forget, he needs to do a medallion. He needs to get a medallion. And the thing about it is, he's playing the Radiant. So 2 things about the jungling as Radiant. It's a lot harder of a jungle. It
Dire's
takes
bottom
about, I think
tower
it's,
had a tragic ending.
depending on how lucky you get, it takes about 30 extra seconds to get your Vlads as a Lycan because of the distance. It's a much larger distance between medium camps, which you're supposed to be spamming medium camps as the Radiant. Plus, the Roshan is a lot further away, and it's a lot harder to do because you're in dire territory.
And Venomancer pops his ulti, gets a stun off on top of Anti-Mage, uses up. Oh my god, he's getting all the stuns in a row. CC to death. That's a dead Anti-Mage. No, PA, she should be going down. Tiny does have the Iron Shell. He has a Blink Strike as well, so he can actually keep in range. And PA does go down. Lycan's around the corner, plus a wild Venomancer. Blinks out from, Juke's coming out from Tiny. Body Block's coming out soon from Venomancer. Tiny trying to get his mana up. Gets a stun off from Venomancer. Nice little ability, nice little combination coming out from the two. And Tiny, he has a Blink Strike. He will be able to blink to his buddy Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage can toss people right back to where they don't belong. He will be able to find the toss on top of Venomancer. Not enough damage to kill him, and now he's out of mana for he has enough mana for Blink. So I say he's out of mana for Blink. And Lycan, this happens to me all the time, guys. If I have a crit, like I punch the hero 5 times and it never crits, and then as soon as I punch a creep, it crits. That's exactly what just happened to Lycan.
Yeah, Anti-Mage is a very... I like to say underleveled for this, because even the jungle Lycan is level 8. He's only level 4. Right. So he doesn't have a lot of the nuke that you would normally have.
But even still, like Arcane Aura, I still think that's one of the worst pickups for Anti-Mage. I mean, without Essence Aura, I mean, it doesn't do anything.
And he also doesn't have a lot of intel to feel that Arcane Orb, really, to give it the bonus damage.
Exactly, and Dazzle appearance is used on top of CK. CK pops himself a Venomous Gale. We got the Strafe coming up from Darkseer. Not able to get into range of CK because he's getting kited to death. Now Darkseer will be getting killed to death. He does go down. Tiny's going to go for the man fight, but he can't really fight this man fight. He's out of mana for anything. Trying to use his bottom charge to his best of his ability. He can't Blink Strike to a creep. He's actually going to walk right around the corner. PA will continue to chase, but don't forget she has herself a pull. Venomancer ulti getting popped. He's going to try to go for the kill on top of Darkseer. Just one stun from CK and also an ambulance to follow up will all be all he needs. Clinkz, actually no, he needs way more than that. Clinkz getting a whole bunch of damage on top of Venomancer. Venomancer does go down. They do get the kill on top of Tiny, but it took a big, heavy price. They lost 2 of their own. Hook from Pudge, not there. Doesn't really matter because death does still go through. And 2 for 1 trade.
Yeah, I'm just going to point this out. Seeing, like, the Lycan ulti and then green balls flying from the Lycan ulti for the poisoned attacks is actually kind of hilarious.
It's all hilarious. Like this whole entire mode is just about hilarity. I mean, CK has 3 flesh heap stacks. CK has flesh heap stacks. Like, what is this?
And CK has 3. So that's the extra 6 strength, and that's gonna start adding up like it does. Except the thing is, I'd like to think that if he builds right, which he might be right now, I'm kind of curious what he's going for with the perseverance, but that flesh heap might actually be useful. And yeah, it is going to be interesting, although the heavy mana void might actually been a bad pickup for him, but then again, he goes
costs a lot of mana?
200.
Oh wow.
For CK having 390 right now.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So the perseverance will be a decent pickup. It gives him stats, which I guess stats are what he really wants to have.
Yeah.
And it also gives him the ability to block the stun coming out from Venomancer. Oh, they're on the same team. Any other stun that gets thrown at him.
Yeah.
But it's only one ability.
CK seeing the Clinkz in the jungle, they're gonna go after him, but don't think he has enough just to push him out of jungle there.
He hasn't been. He probably should have popped that way earlier. He probably should have popped that way earlier, but Clinkz should be going down. Venomancer's here on the backside as well. Stun, 4 seconds stun, dead. Clinkz is dead. Venom was forced to pop his ulti, but don't worry, it has a little cooldown. Pudge rotating around the corner, has a hook for somebody who wants to get a little bit too close to him, but it looks like they're going to be backing away perfectly fine.
Tiny has maxed out Void and Phantom Strike. Sorry, Ion Shell and Phantom Strike. Has not put any in Crowdy Exterior and nothing in Weave.
Which, I mean,
Radiant's
it's not that big of a deal. Like, Crowdy Exterior, you want to get for late game when people actually have attack speed. Or try to kill
his first point in Weave at level 9, sorry, he just got it.
And Weave will give him the armor that he needs to hold off until he finishes crack. So, I mean, like, all in all, I can't say that both sides are playing bad because how exactly do you play well when you don't know what you really got? Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's just experimental. That's all you can say about it. Like, it's like I want to go for a Nature's Prophet that has teleport, Enigma spawns, and Treants,
Exactly.
and then a Tinker ult. Like,
Ooh, Dazzle pop that Venomancer ult. They're gonna try to run away, and they will be able to successfully make out. Actually, CK wants to go back in from the fight. He does have Skeleton Walk, he does have Mana Void, but sadly he can't burn the mana of Clinkz. He just has to pray that Clinkz doesn't have enough mana left. CK actually getting caught on the worst way possible. Shallow Grave from Dazzle keeps him alive, but I don't think it'll be enough.
Clutch.
It does come out.
And the surge. Oh no! Oh, that Phantom Strike coming in handy.
Nice. War on that Dazzle doing a good job. And, oh man, we didn't do introductions. We did not do introductions.
Alright, well, you can start off, and I'll stop you if I see anything. Yeah, you can be the one that actually does the introductions. And CK goes down mid, I believe.
And we got Venomancer.
Oh, sorry, AM.
Lycan might be next. Actually, Lycan has a mana burn. He also has the coup de grace. And like, to me, Lycan's the scariest thing on this map because, I mean, yeah, I said don't focus too much on it because I know you love Lycan, but let's be honest, mana break plus crit, a crazy crit for free, plus blur, which means he has evasion. It's not.
I'd love to see a harder Trask on him right now, honestly. There's raid boss Lycan.
Just give him damage. Oh, raid boss, right? Okay, so please explain raid boss in 1 minute or less.
Raid boss Lycan is an idea that Pudge did in a random when he got randomed Lycan. It's basically getting us in a normal game. It's get Butterfly for evasion, Heart of Trask, Satanic, Abyssal Blade, and just be the tankiest man on the face of the planet, really, with your ulti. Here he doesn't need Butterfly, because he has natural evasion and he has mana break for the extra damage per hit, and he has the crit automatically. Only thing he doesn't have is the way to close the gap. However, that's not big of an issue, so all he needs is the health and possibly Satanic.
Okay, so good explanation of everything. So far though, we see the transition of everybody into their roles. Their items aren't looking all that standard by any stretch of means. Like, it's kind of hard to figure out why they're building what. But we got Darkseer working on the Shadow Blade. We got Clinkz working on the Shadow Blade. And I think Clinkz's Shadow Blade is necessary because he has no HP anyway, just naturally. Maybe if he had Flesh Heap, but that was taken by TK.
Yeah, it might not also help him as much because there's only 1.6 strength per level, so not the best.
Oh, jungle fight. We got Anti-Mage blinking for tossing Venomancer to the worst spot possible. Venomancer not the best of people to toss in. He does pop the Lycan ult, gets hit with a nice little ability by Dazzle, keeping him alive, and Venomancer should be able to run out. They do try to get some stuns on top of him, not going to be enough. Pudge getting tossed forward. Dazzle throwing out his Shallow Grave on top of Venomancer, being a selfless hero that he is. Meanwhile, we got PA showing up, pulling that reality rift on top of Pudge, and now the Surge comes forward. She's going to try to go for something. She has untouchable, so if the fight does decide to attack, it's going to be a bad idea. And she also popped Phantasm too, which means it would be really hard to get invisibility. PA is still going for everything. She actually crits when she pops her ult.
That went well.
But she does a crit animation. They're trying to go for kill on top of Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is going to be back in the way. Staying alive, throwing another toss, getting some damage off PA. PA does go down. Buyback came up from Pudge. Venomancer too is stunned. But he still goes down. At the end of the day, 3 for 1 trade on the side of the Radiant. Actually, technically a 2 for 3 trade because the Anti-Mage he bought back. That's gold.
Yeah, that's... And he's still... Anti-Mage, however, is still under level. He's level 6 and has not put Wall of Replica any points in that. Because I don't think he really has the mana. A Wall of Replica at level 1 is 200 mana. Level 3, level 2, 300, level 4, 400.
Pudge can call him the worst way possible. Doesn't have anything to do except for turn around, drop his ulti. CK gonna try to do what he can to keep the damage going on and stay alive. He has Flesh Heap stacks, guys. He has all the HP in the world. Dazzle ulti flies through, Tiny blinks forward, gets the hook on top of his own ally. Stun comes forward on top of somebody getting exploded. That's an Anti-Mage going down, like you said, under level. All he wants to do is blink and close. He's not gonna be able to do either of that. Pulling coming out from PA on top of Darkseer, who actually has Grow. He's moving very slow, attacking very slow. Venomancer pops his ulti. Venomancer Gale does miss. Darkseer trying to heal up, trying to run from that Venomancer. Venomancer has the range attack to keep up. He also has to build crit. Coming out from the Lycan ult. Stun, catch on top of everybody. Now this is a dead Tiny, and oh my gosh, the Dire are falling apart as we speak.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages.
Yeah, it's been kind of back and forth, but now the Dire has actually had a significant loss there.
Radiant's top tower
they're gonna definitely get a tower out of this, maybe 2.
Is under fire.
But I'm still kind of curious about if the Dire or Radiant, like how long is this gonna go? Because we don't know really like how the scaling's gonna work here with the abilities given. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how many times this game can go back and forth.
And like really, I don't think it really matters how long it goes because if you look at it, I mean, on paper, Lycan is going to become the craziest carry in this game because he has a mana burn, which always hurts. If he gets like a Mance style, that's going to be ridiculous. He's going for a lot of HP, or a lot of armor to protect his HP. And he also has a built-in evasion, something like him naturally is going to destroy things. And if you look on the other side...
And AC?
Yeah, he's working on AC. We got Venomancer going to be going down. Venomancer goes down that line.
I think that just gave Anti-Mage 2 levels in one kill.
That's always good. Toss plus
as you were saying?
I was just saying, like, in the long run, Lycan should out-carry everybody on the side of the Dire. Because, like, really what makes Anti-Mage the scariest carry in the world is his mana burn. Yeah, his attack speed is really nice. Yeah, he can blink away. But, I mean, when you have that mana burn, that's like, you can't do anything to block that. You can't do nothing but just sit there and take it or run away. And it's very hard to run away, outrun a Lycan who has... Well, okay, he doesn't have gold. Never mind.
I think the one thing that's working against the Dire right now is that their kits are not... I mean, the Pudge is a amazing synergy, but I'm kind of confused at the tiny, like, Ion Shell, yeah, Phantom Strike works, and, like, Weave is kind of, like, he hasn't hit it very well, like... Oh, and actually there's a huge fight mid right now, which...
So much damage going to Clinkz. Clinkz can call out the ulti from Venomancer. They do not have the vision to kill the Clinkz because he does have a Shadow Blade. Like I said, he definitely needs that to survive. And the fact that he needs us to survive means once they build some detection, they'll just easily kill him. Lycan does run out on Venomancer. Oh my god, this is a nice little stun from Venomancer. Catch it, Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage gets a toss off, but doesn't really toss him anywhere necessary. All that great. CK plus Dazzle surrounding a Pudge, and Pudge can't do anything but continue to run away. Gets slowed up. He has a blink dagger, but doesn't matter. You can't blink out of death, bro. And Venomancer's still in the hunt. He finds himself a Clinkz. Clinkz a little bit too far under the tower. Clinkz pops his death back to get his HP back up and runs away. And like, yeah, the kids, we talk about the kids. You said the synergy for Pudge is great. I've said the synergy for Pudge is great. But yeah, I do definitely agree. The synergy for the Radiant in general far outweighs the synergy coming out from the Radiant, or from the Dire. Because Tiny's damage comes early game. Iron Shell doesn't hurt that much when you have a lot of HP.
Yeah, it's
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's gonna be interesting because I think there are ways, but you have and Lycan, as I said, with the actually more like a team fight, but he does get the Aegis, which is gonna just make him again raid bossy in a sense, and he is saving up. He has AC, which is people don't think, like a lot, especially lower skilled players. Don't understand the effectiveness of armor reduction in a lot of ways, and 5 armor reduction with how much they have PA physical damage, Lycan physical damage, CK physical damage. That's a lot of more damage that's available to you with the 5 armor reduction currently, and also counters the Tiny weave ability if a Tiny gets a good weave on or on any of his heroes or enemies.
Right, and just to explain a little bit further, the fight, you said negative 5 armor, I was looking for Medallion, but yeah, you're referring to the AC, which of course, negative 5 armor in an AoE, which is, yeah, the synergy with that plus the team, you have the weave, or not the weave, you have the Shadow Wave from on PA, which is physical damage, which means that if you get some negative armor on you, you're going to take a lot more. So I mean, it's just in general so much synergy on the side of the Radiant, it's just outplaying the Dire. Like the Dire had more of an early game type strat in my honest opinion.
Dire's bottom tower.
And this actually might just, I don't know what they can really do to fight this off the Dire. This might actually look like, if not game, at least racks for bottom. And they actually do get the the Dazzle. Lycan's going in. Lycan might get the, yes, Lycan gets the Dark Seer. Lycan gets, PA gets an Anti-Mage, and Pudge gets the Venomancer. So that's kind of a 2-for-2 trade right now. Radiant's Courier goes down. Assassin kills Clinkz. And there's the pop of the Aegis with Lycan.
Like, I mean, it's, okay. Let's say theoretically, the Dire do get some really good coordination in their fights. Of course, it's definitely possible. This is a relatively high tier play that we're seeing here. It's just random ability. But let's say they get all that. Will they really be able to actually kill everybody on the Radiant side? Because, I mean, CK has 11 flesh heap stats plus invisibility. And we see, like, CK's still here fighting.
This is actually spiraling out of control completely, in my opinion, for the Dire. I think, unless the Radiant team goes AFK, I don't think there's going to be
I mean, like, if you just look at it, like, CK has 16 regen without an armlet on. Just 16 natural regen. Because of his crazy flesh heap stacks, and also because of regen he's getting from the armlet when it's turned off.
Yeah, it's right now, there's Rax on bot lane. There's a Basher on Lycan now.
Look at Tiny.
Tiny. Oh.
He bought an egg, so he has a tree now. So
he's level.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Every time he well, I was about to say every time he levels up his ulti he grows, but it's not true. This is like level 1 Tiny with an Ags, and Tiny built an Ags, and whenever it's a thing built in the code that whenever Tiny builds an Ags, he picks up a tree. But if you don't have a point inside of your ulti, then it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't level up the damage. So anyway, I'm just kind of playing like that. We got Venomancer going there. Oh man, Ghost up to getting popped. He will be able to run away from this. Actually, no, Stifling Dagger finishes him off. Stifling Dagger is pure damage. Venomancer can't do anything except for die to it. But yeah, Tiny's carrying a tree. I think that's like the most awesome.
Oh, what?
Tiny's carrying a tree. That's awesome. Look at him. He's a lumberjack.
Look at Lycan right now. What is he thinking?
Mask and Madness?
Mask and Vlad's.
Oh,
I'm not
seen
sure if that was a mistake.
I've seen this. No, I've seen this before. It's basically double lifesteal. So, okay, if you think about it, Lycan, yes, the Vlad's or the Mask and Madness will make him vulnerable, but he does have a lot of armor because of the AC. He does have a lot of survivability because of lifesteal, and his damage output, if he just gets one crit, that's gonna be so much lifesteal. It's not even funny. Plus the mana burn damage. I forgot about that. So he's gonna be lifestealing for crazy amounts. Actually, no. I take it back. I do see what you're saying now.
Invisibility.
I do see what you're saying because he has mana burn. That means he can't get lifesteal, except for from Vlad's.
Yeah, but so, I mean, I can understand the wanting the cheap attack speed. I do it when I play Faceless Void in normal games, is I get the cheap attack speed in the Mask of Madness. But that doesn't work in this situation because you don't need it, and team fight. Tiny goes down, Clinkz goes down. This looks like it's basically going to be GG. They just melt at this point.
Look how fast Lycan's running. He's like sprinting. Oh, he was sprinting.
But this has been a very interesting game, very interesting combinations. I think the thing that is killing the Dire right now is their lack of synergy, not just in team-based, but in overall just for that hero, the heroes in particular. And Anti-Mage is actually going to go down here.
Top tower is not on top of
this outer tower will be dying here. I mean, like, I'm trying to like rattle in my head. Why would you go for a Master Madness when you can buy other items such as like a Yasha for more armor?
He had enough for a Reaver though before this, which I was thinking, okay, go Heart or go Satanic even. But I don't even think you can go Satanic with that mana break.
Well, you can go Satanic. Like the Satanic active, the lifesteal from that works on anything because it's inactive. But the lifesteal passively won't work, so you won't get that 25 lifesteal.
Yeah, so it's the Satanic, like transitioning, like as in selling Vlads and going Satanic would not be best. But this is another set of racks. Nothing the Dire can do about it really. And they're even pushing mid in right now. Clinkz is gonna go down. Darkseer rushes in for trying to kill the Venomancer. Venomancer lives, but Darkseer sacrifices his life. And Anti-Mage is gonna slowly blink away. But there's the first wall replica of the entire game. So, Tiny looks like he might go down. No, wait, will he? Yeah, Tiny's gonna go down. Yeah, with the slow.
Oh, he's still alive. He getting his craggy exterior procs. Hey, he blinks out. Oh my gosh, he's alive. Tiny's safe. The craggy exterior is safe as hell. Oh my gosh. That 25%. They hit on 2 people at once.
And oh yeah, Anti-Mage is Anti-Mage just melts again. He's still under leveled. He's only level 10. 27 minutes in.
There we go. I was about to say Tiny's about to die. We got Lycan does not have Aegis, but he'll be fine. He runs out this time. The Stifling Dagger, not enough to finish him off. No crit. No luck on that. The pull in on top of Phantom Castle, she does go down.
At this point, they're farming the enemy team. Just a quick, like, kind of side note. Don't farm enemy team, and especially in this moment where people buy boosters for the event. If you're gonna end it fast to save booster time. But that's a 3-for-1, and they're gonna go for tier 4s now, and hopefully end it But that's just my message to the community. Don't farm the enemy team, especially, like, no matter how bad they've been, like, if they've been BM'd to you, don't be BM back. Just end it, be the better person.
And TC, now I feel really bad because, like, whenever we get into these advantages, we're like, I'm like, you know, I got all these items and stuff, I got my spells working out with crazy synergy. I just, like, you know, park myself not in the fountain, but, like, on the side towards the fountain, towards the ancient, and just start punching it. And if somebody shows up, I kill him.
Oh, if they show up, if you're killing the ancient and they show up, yeah, kill them.
Okay.
But, like, if they're sitting in fountain saying good game, don't farm them.
Okay.
But
okay. Now
that's
the
game.
No, I don't feel so bad. Okay. Alright. So there you go. That was that game. Craziness ensued. Lycan didn't die at all. Are you happy with that? Are you proud of him?
Yeah. It's really weird, but it worked out. And Sanjin Yasha, I think he should have gone for that a little earlier. For the closing gap issue that Lycan has. But, yeah, it was a really good game. Radiant played synergized a lot better, in my opinion. Again, they had a lot better synergy. And Dire might have been able to at least do something early in the game, but once they lost, they didn't synergize, and Radiant got it figured out, it was game over.
Right, now as if that. So, speaking of being that, it for that, this is it for this cast. So this is Random Podcast number 84, if I'm not mistaken. And I was joined here by TradeMarkdKill. Trademark, would you like to say your final goodbye to all the people out there?
Thank you guys for watching. Dota is a great game, and I hope you guys continue to support it in all of esports. But other than that, if you guys want to see more of me, go to youtube.com/TradeMarkdKill. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/TradeMarkdKill. And I do Dota and World of Warcraft and sometimes StarCraft. I'm a huge esports fan, and I'd like to thank CulBlu for having me out here and enjoying this wonderful game and watching my favorite hero Lycan kick some booty. And that's all for me.
Pure coincidence, guys. You all know it's random. But yes, all his links will be posted below. Trade, I'm going to get those links for you after this video. And that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys whenever.
Peace.